One. Go, we're live. Thursday night from Hong Kong and Tokyo. Good evening. I'm Norbert Gecker. I'm the founder of Tokyo FinTech and host of the Exponential Finance podcast. And tonight I've got the pleasure to be here with Connie Goh, who's from the Hong Kong Science Technology Parks Corporation. Good evening, Connie.
Hello, good evening, Norbert. Thanks for everything. And also thanks to make this happen.
Great to have you here. We met last year during Hong Kong FinTech Week, and I think I've seen your presentation 3 times. And one was the very short pitch version, 10 minutes like a startup, and the other 2 were a bit more comprehensive. So we're probably maybe somewhere in the middle today. We'll see how you handle it. I was very excited. Last year was first time in a long time I've been back to Hong Kong and see everything and see the structure that you have with HKSTP. So really wanted to maybe help a little bit, right, in this tiny way to get the message out as to what you're offering, because all the startups that are looking to land somewhere in Asia should know, right? And so that's why we're here tonight. And with that, I'll simply hand it over to you. Please take it away.
Thank you so much. So first of all, thanks, Norbert, to give me such great opportunities. Personally, I'm really impressed by your passion to help the startups. And also, personally, I have a lot of collaboration opportunities with the Japanese company before, because I worked in a Japanese company for like more than a decade before. So yes, everybody, good morning or good evening. So this is Connie from Hong Kong Science and Technology Park. So tonight, it's really my pleasure to introduce our huge ecosystem. So let's get started. So first of all, you can see from my slide, this is the we call it golden egg, which becomes quite famous right now, because if you turn on the Hong Kong news TV, it just keeps popping up. I think every half hour. So actually, it's a kind of meeting room, and also the signature architecture in the whole Hong Kong Science Park. So as the largest innovation and technology ecosystem in Hong Kong, we are very proactively to recruit the global tech ventures, no matter what industry they are in, no matter what stage they are in right now. So these are some figures to give you more feeling about us. So first of all, size-wise, our size, the headquarters of Hong Kong Science Park size is as large as 70 football courts. And our occupancy rate currently already reaches record high level, already more than 92-93%. More than 1,700 tech ventures from 26 countries and regions are located here, and this number keeps increasing. And then every single day, 20,000 people are physically working here, and more than half of them, 13,000 people, are R&D professionals. And the ratio is quite high. It's simply because of our minimum criteria to land in Hong Kong Science Park. So no matter how many people land in the park, more than 50%, more than half of them need to be R&D professionals. So in Hong Kong, I may say 1 of 3 tech guys actually are all working in Hong Kong Science Park. And some people just make joke like Hong Kong Science Park is the largest landlord in the whole Hong Kong. So this 70 football courts, it's just talking about the headquarters of this huge ecosystem. However, out of this headquarters in the new territories of Hong Kong area, we still have 3 Ino Parks at least. So another 27,000 working populations are working there every single day. So occupancy rate also more than 90%. So a lot of companies want to join in this ecosystem. I think there are several major reasons. Some of them are looking for investment. Some of them are looking for global talent. And personally, I think one of the biggest advantage to join in this ecosystem would be the huge Hong Kong government's endorsement, because the only shareholder of Hong Kong Science Park actually is Hong Kong government. We are the half government organization, I may say. So this figure also tells a bit. Once if the company or startup can get $1 investment from our venture fund, it can leverage $19 in average based on the past record from the third-party investors. So this investment leverage impact I may say, it's quite good. So also this is a very big advantage to attract the companies to join in. So in the past 5 years, we already helped more than 300 deals or projects to raise more than 90 billion Hong Kong dollar investment. So we got an investment team, or call them capital team. We have 20 colleagues recruited from like JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, the investment banks. They are working very closely with more than 1,000 investors, including PE, VC, and family offices, and also very actively to connect the park companies to the outside investors. So we founded in 2002. So we are currently more than 20 years old now. So definitely we have quite some successful stories. And here showing some of them. So in the past, currently we already got 12 unicorns. Some are homegrown and some are overseas one. So for example, Lala Move, the logistic giant, is incubated by Hong Kong Science Park. Sence Time, also AI giant, already when they go public, when they go IPO, I think Hong Kong Science Park gave them very strong support. And another one I would like to highlight called Smartmore. It's another AI company. They use the AI to improve the whole production. They provide a tailor-made solutions and then to improve the production, to efficiency of the production line. They are having a world's record right now. It takes only 18 months, 1 year and a half to grow from a baby to a unicorn. And I think one of the important reasons is after they land in our park, our colleagues introduce hundreds of millions business to them within a very short period of time to help them to grow super fast. So this is some successful case to show. And this is the Hong Kong's map. And this is Hong Kong Science Park's headquarters location. We are just sitting at the heart of Hong Kong. So, and this is the golden egg, and this is the photo of Hong Kong Science Park. So in the new territory, we still have a lot of facilities in Yuen Long, Tai Po, and Tseung Kwan O. So every different locations may have different functions. So for example, Tseung Kwan O, this is one location in new territory in Hong Kong. This location enjoys the fastest web speed and also the most stable web services in the whole Hong Kong, because when the cable coming from the Ocean Pacific to get into Hong Kong area, the cable must get through Tseung Kwan O area. So a lot of data center, for example, like HSBC, Alibaba's data center, all located in Tseung Kwan O. So Hong Kong Science Park also have our own one. So if some entrepreneurs, when we chit chat with entrepreneurs, we may know what kind of pain point they have or what they're looking for. So if the entrepreneur or the companies are super demanding on the data or the web speed, etc., then we may recommend them to set up the footprint in Tseung Kwan O instead of Hong Kong Science Park headquarters. And we still have a lot of facilities, for example, like Inno Center, a lot of like FinTech company and also the green tech company. We will try to locate them here. It's just sitting next to the Kowloon Tong metro station. It's super convenient location, and we provide a free shuttle bus connecting with these two locations. And even in Hong Kong Island, in like Central, in Causeway Bay, we also have in the business area, we also providing the meeting venue, locations, facilities for a lot of events, etc. And we also set up the first campus or branch in Greater Bay Area in mainland China already. The first one is locating in Shenzhen. So currently they have like 3-4 buildings only, but in the next we may keep expanding, not only in Shenzhen but in other cities in Greater Bay Area. We may possibly have more footprint. So this is our whole ecosystem, and this showing some photos of our purpose-built infrastructures. We call them Ino Park. So this is what I just mentioned, the data center in Tseung Kwan O. And also Hong Kong government currently is encouraging the Industry 4.0. So we also encourage the entrepreneur to set up their production line in Hong Kong. we've built up two very high standard called Advanced Manufacturing Center, also in 2.0. So we got some like satellite component manufacturer, or even during the COVID pandemic period, some special material gloves in manufacturer also setting the production line in our advanced manufacturing center. So this is the location. They all located in Yuen Long, Taipo, or 2.0. And also this year we are going to open the microelectronic center. Currently, more than 3-digit microelectronic companies are waiting to join in our micro E center, to join this big family. In short, we are not picky on the industry, as you can see. No matter what kind of industry you are in, as long as the company has the R&D part, then we are more than welcome. And this slide is showing we are not picky on stage. So no matter what kind of stage the companies are, we are just more than welcome. So from ideation to incubation, acceleration, elite, or even IPO, or after IPO, Fortune 500. No matter what stage you are in right now, then as long as you have the technology and R&D development plan, then Hong Kong Science Park will be more than welcome. So the first, let me elaborate all kinds of program here. So first of all, ideation. This is the design for the early stage company. So for example, some fresh graduates from school, they have brilliant idea, but they don't know how to set up a business. At this moment or this stage, Hong Kong Science Park will provide them 100K Hong Kong dollar, and then for 1 year program, providing a lot of mentorship, a lot of training, etc., to help them to build up a business. So this is the ideation program. They don't really need to set up the office here, and then they can enjoy all kinds of services. And the second one is incubation, one of the most popular program in our park. So incubation program, as long as the company has the prototype and also they have the first customer, and then they are eligible to. But we got the age limitation. The company needs to be below 5 years old, and then they got a chance to challenge our incubation program. This is a 3 years program with Hong Kong dollar subsidy, almost 1.3 million Hong Kong dollar. So this 1.3 million Hong Kong dollar, 1/3 of the money, around 450,000 Hong Kong dollar with grant as the office rental subsidy. So if the office is talking about smaller than around 400 square feet, then basically the company can get a free office in the coming 3 years. All the others, 840,000 Hong Kong dollar, we grant as cash based on the milestone achievement. So every 6 months, the account manager will have a check, a review with the entrepreneur or the company to see if everything's on right track. If everything's on right track, then the money is kind of guaranteed. So this is incubation program. And this two earlier stage program, this money is all pure grant, I may say. Hong Kong Science Park won't take any share equity at all. What we target to would be after our incubation, you can achieve the acceleration program threshold, and then joining us in acceleration program or even the elite program. At this moment, our this amount of money will not be pure grant anymore, but it will be an investment, which means Hong Kong Science Park will join you as the strategic investor and also take the share. So for example, for acceleration program, as long as the company can achieve like annual revenue around 1 million, 2 million US dollar, and also with the growing rate, annual growth rate is more than 40%, and then keep growing. And at this stage, they are eligible to challenge our acceleration program. For acceleration program, it's a 2 years program, and our Hong Kong Science Park's investment is talking about 4.8 million Hong Kong dollar, and we will take the share. And the share percentage will all depends on after you join in us, the first your market valuation during the first fundraising activity after you join in us. So for example, if the company joining us this month, March 2024, into our acceleration program, and then 3 months later, you will have the next round fundraising, And at that moment, for example, your company's valuation is talking about 480 million. In this case, we will use this 4.8 million to divide it by 480 million. And then the result, and then the result is talking about 1%. So this 1% will be locked. During the company go to IPO or exit, Hong Kong Sence will take 1% of the share, and the ceiling is not more than 5% of the company share. So this is acceleration program, 2 years program. And then for even later stage company, for example, the annual revenue is talking about more than 4 million, 5 million US dollar, and annual growth rate also it's more than 40% each year. And they are eligible to try apply our elite program. And also they need to, they have the ambition to go IPO within the coming 3 years. Then they are able to challenge our elite program. So the investment logic is quite just the same. I may say quite similar as the acceleration program. So use this 21.5 million Hong Kong dollar divided by the market valuation after during the first fundraising activity after the company joined in us. So the ceiling is also 5%. So this is the elite program, a 3 years program. But in some of the cases, so basically these 4 programs already cover the stage from an idea stage to almost to go IPO, pre-IPO stage. But for some of the companies, they can't really fit in any of the box. For example, they're just stuck in between. They are too mature for incubation program, but not yet reached the acceleration stage. This is one scenario. And for some of them, probably they already very close to IPO stage. Probably they will go IPO within the coming 1 year. Or some of them, they already finished the IPO. And all of this situation, we may recommend them to join in our tenancy program. So for tenancy, the only difference between tenancy and these 4 programs would be the money in the red box here, they can't really get. However, the talent company can equally enjoy all kinds of support here. So from funding and capital support, which means we have a team, we have a consultancy team called Tech One. They can help. Actually, Hong Kong government publish, I think, more than 40, 50 different fundings. However, it's a pity that not all the entrepreneurs or companies notice that. So that's why we're here. So our consultancy team will help to teach you. So based on your situation, actually, your company can apply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different subsidies and how to get them one by one. We will teach you. This is the money from Hong Kong government. So I may say Hong Kong government currently is encouraging the tech industry at all cost. So there are so many support and subsidies. And our role will be to teach you how to get them. And the second channel would be the outside or third-party investors. As I mentioned, we have a team and around more than 20 colleagues are in this capital team. So they will be very actively to help you connect with the outside more than 1,000 PE, VC, family offices, etc. So actually, every single time when I finish the talk or speech in the public, after the event, quite some people may approach us, and majority of them actually is investors because they are very keen to look into the good projects, especially the tech ventures. So our investment networks keep increasing, I may say, rapidly. And so the money from government and money from the third-party investors can all be found here. And then the second is the office space and facility. So we provide a decent office for the entrepreneurs or the tech ventures. We got 2 types of offices. Below 1,200 square feet, this kind of office, we call them SME office. It's ready-to-go office. Basically, you just need to buy an IKEA desk and chair, then you are good to start working already. If bigger, if the size is bigger than 1,200 square feet, we call them a bare shell. So the company needs to do the decoration by themselves. But the good thing is you can set up the meeting room, etc., etc. So 2 types of office, and also a lot of different labs. Also, we have 2 types of labs. One is a co-working lab, which is so all the facilities, all the tools can be found there. So the company just walk in and then pay a little bit, like 20 Hong Kong dollar or 30 Hong Kong dollar per day, and then you can freely use all the hardware, software, and we also have an advisor sitting there to teach you all kinds of tools. And another type would be for some more mature companies, they may need to have their own lab. In such case, we can also provide. And afterwards, you can tailor-make the lab facilities by your own self. And then the third one, the business support. So we got a consultancy team, which called Tech One. There are 2 things they are really good at. One is to help you getting the government's funding, and the second is to help you to get the working visa very quickly. So once if you can get Hong Kong Sence Park's offer, no matter by which approach, no matter programs or talent, using that offer letter to go to the immigration office, you will get the visa very quickly from the immigration office. But of course, this is suitable for R&D professional. If you want to relocate a non-R&D professional to join in your Hong Kong entity, our consultancy team will also teach you how to make it. And then the technical support we will also provide, and promotion development support and business opportunities. These 3 are quite rely on the account manager we will assign to you. So no matter how you join in us, we will assign you a very dedicated account manager to help you to grow in the coming 2-3 years. Your growth in our park will be his or her performance or KPI in the coming future, because our ecosystem is very huge. Currently, we have more than 600 staff or colleagues under Hong Kong Sence Park, this corporation. So when people join us, probably they may feel lost at the very beginning. So your account manager will be super important. So for example, no matter what kind of pain point, you can just voice out to your account manager. For example, if you say, okay, currently my biggest pain point is to get the investment, for example, and then your account manager may immediately connect you with the capital team, and then to connect with the appropriate outside investor. So if you say, okay, my current pain point is how to recruit the talent in Hong Kong entity, and then we have several approach to help. So first of all, we have another department directly connecting with all the universities. So we have a lot of like internship program and also the short midterm project-based program with Hong Kong government subsidies to help. And also, if you say, okay, I need some senior level talent to join in, then our HR department will also help you. And then if you say, okay, I would like to grab more business partners, I need to do more business here. And then your account manager, first of all, they will try to find out your partner within this huge ecosystem, because we have more than 1,700 companies right now. We will be more than happy to see the synergy among these companies. If you can't really find it out within our park, then your account manager will connect you with our another department called partnership team. So this is a very big department. We have more than 50, 60 companies in this team. This team is directly connecting with all the big ventures, I may say all the big companies in Hong Kong, like all the banks here, all the real estate developers here, even the like Hong Kong Exchange, monetary authorities, or the tech ventures are all under our partnerships network. So the mechanism will be like this. This 50 or 60 colleagues, the daily responsibility will be to keep a very good relationship with all these companies, big companies in Hong Kong, and then to source their pain point, and then to go match with the solutions provider from Hong Kong Sence Park. So for example, MTR, the metro station system, also one of the richest employer in Hong Kong, I may say. So they may send us the inquiry like, okay, Hong Kong Sence Park, I have this 10 pain point innovations inquiries or pain points. So first of all, how to improve the customer's experience. Second, how to improve the ESG performance. And third, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or third, probably how to get into a Web3 world. I'm just taking a random example. And at this moment, please nominate the park companies to me to help me to solve the problems out. And at this moment, your account manager will just simply connect you with MTR, and then to help you to open the door. So this is the mechanism of our Hong Kong, the partnership team works. And then for investment part, we accept connecting with the outside investors. Hong Kong Sence also have our own venture fund. Our venture fund is not too big. I may say the size is around 1 billion Hong Kong dollar. But once if we invest, we decided to invest, the leverage impact will be huge. Here showing based on the record is 1 to 18. And we founded in 2015. I may say we may not as active as the outside investor. However, once if we invest, the leverage impact will be good. So the majority of the money will be coming from the extensive network outside, more than 1,000 PE VC family offices here. So this is a slide talking about the Greater Bay Area. Sometimes when I chit-chatting with the Singaporean entrepreneur or Korean entrepreneurs, they after this slide, they may even change the plan to set up the strategy to set up the footprint in Hong Kong. So this is a new concept introduced by China government, I may say. So these 11 cities, the population size is more than 70 million already, and GDP wise is more than 1.7 trillion US dollar, ranking the 11th in the world. So I may say, if the companies want to target the mainland China market, I think Hong Kong serves as the best springboard for you, because if the overseas companies, they set up the footprint in Hong Kong and they can enjoy the super low attractive taxation rate and also a very well developed legal system to protect their IP, etc. And then also they are very convenient to test the water to try their product or services to get into a Shenzhen market to test the water, because we also have the Shenzhen campus and to help, and we have also very close relationship no matter the governmental level or the corporate level. And then this 11 city, I may say, will be the best one, the first stop for you to try to test the water. So I was born in this city, Guangzhou. So but I speak the same language with the Hong Kong local people. So I may say in these 11 cities, the language, the mother tongue are quite similar and mentality are quite similar. So if you are really considering to get into the mainland China market, I may say set up a footprint in Hong Kong, and then to give a try in Greater Bay Area as the first step would be very ideal. And the next slide, this slide is showing the ambition or determination by Hong Kong government. So they published a program called Ino Hong Kong, invested 10 billion Hong Kong dollar to build up these 28 different the top tier labs in Hong Kong, I may say. So a lot of very famous and top tier professors are working in these 28 labs. The first batch is focusing on two themes. One is health tech, and the other one is AI and robotics. So we encourage the park companies to collaborate with them, no matter the R&D development or the commercialization project, etc., etc. We also have a specific team to taking care of these 28 labs to help them to commercialize, actually. This slide is showing the outstanding unicorns from Hong Kong, covering AI field, logistics, FinTech, traveling, and entertainment, etc. So I'm not elaborate one by one. This slide is showing Hong Kong Ino Park Support for the R&D company, covering R&D part, funding, business opportunity, talent recruitment, and also the policy regulation thing. So here are some photos showing some of our labs. As I just mentioned, we have two types of labs. The first type is for some relatively early stage company, we provide a co-working lab. So for example, sensor lab and robotic center, providing a lot of very expensive machine, the 3D printer, etc., to help the entrepreneur to do the prototyping, testing, etc. And then every day they only need to pay like more than 20, 30 Hong Kong dollar, then you can enjoy the facilities for a whole day. And then AI plug. So this is a virtual lab. A lot of actually the authorities, for example, the hospital authorities or even some banks already share their data for us, because we understand that one of the pain point for example, the AI company, they have huge demand on the data set. So we freely provide the data to the park companies to train up their algorithm, robotics, etc., etc. And the last but not least, this is the service department for the R&D talent. We call it Ino Cell. It's just like 2 minutes walking distance from our office. It provides more than 300 accommodations to the R&D professional, and they can enjoy 40% discount comparing with the market level. So for one person studio, it's talking about around 6,000, 7,000 Hong Kong dollar per head per month. So it's really popular. I may say it's always very full. So we just set up another one in the city center in Tai Kok Tsui in very at the heart of Kowloon area. Another 100 plus accommodations is ready. So we also provide the door-to-door shuttle bus services to that accommodation to our park every single day. And for funding support, the left-hand side is talking about our money. As I mentioned, we got 4 different programs to cover from ideation stage to pre-IPO stage. So 4 different programs, as long as the companies can pass the interview and also can achieve the milestones they set up to their own selves. And then this money is kind of guaranteed. And then on the right-hand side, the government's funding, we cannot really guarantee. However, we will try our best to help the entrepreneur to get as much as possible. So, and here showing the list we know so far. Actually, I guess in reality there are more than that, but here showing 45 different subsidies that's supporting by Hong Kong government. So a lot of entrepreneurs has no idea, okay, such funding scheme is existing. But our team, our Tech One team is the professional one. So you can just simply walk in their office and then to do the consultation. They may tell you, okay, based on your company situation, actually you are qualified to try apply the 8, 9, 10, 11, this 4, and then how you can do it step by step. So they will teach you very friendly and supportively. So I give you some examples. For the hiring part, the talent hiring part, Hong Kong government provide this called RTH program, Research and Talent Hub funding. So for every Hong Kong tech-related company, they are eligible to apply for 4 persons. So the maximum is four people as mass, and everyone can enjoy 3 years subsidy as mass. So how much you can get from Hong Kong government, it all depends on this person's degree. So yeah, and then for a PhD degree holder, for example, Hong Kong government will give them 45,000 Hong Kong dollar per head per month as the maximum. So which means if this Hong Kong entity can get 4 PhD degree holder to help them under this Hong Kong entity, and everyone can apply the maximum 3 years. Only for this one subsidy, this hiring subsidy, they already get more than 6.5 million Hong Kong dollar for only one subsidy. And also the beauty of this program is it's not a matching fund, which means the company themselves do not need to pay $1 and the government give you back 1. No, it's purely from Hong Kong government's subsidy. well, to be honest, if the company did not set up the footprint in Hong Kong Science Park, they are also eligible to apply. They also are able to apply. However, the hit rate will be lower because for Hong Kong Science Park, we have the exclusive quota for this scheme. So definitely, and also we have the professional consultancy team to help to share with you all the tips. So the hit rate must be higher. So this is RTH. I always recommend it. And when I chit chat with the entrepreneurs within the park, the scientists within the park, they all, super recommended this RTH funding. And besides, still have a lot. For example, if the company hires some outside consultant to do the training for the internal staff, for example, Hong Kong government will give $500,000 Hong Kong dollar SMS to the company. But this kind of funding will be a matching fund, which means the company needs to pay $1 and then the government give you back $2. Besides, still have a lot. For example, if the company, this Hong Kong entity go abroad, for example, go to Singapore, go to South Korea, to join in an exhibition, to join in the FinTech week there, for example, set up the booth, or even they want to set up another branch, another office out of Hong Kong. Actually, Hong Kong government will also pay you, and we will teach you how to get those. And then for visa application, Hong Kong Science Park also enjoy a special track called Tech One. So Tech-TUS. So as long as that they are the R&D professionals, no matter from overseas or from mainland China, actually they can enjoy this fast track visa arrangement. Once if they can get the offer from us. Yeah. So and then for hiring support, we have a lot of like online, offline career expo. Actually, we just finished a very big one last week. And also because of our nature, the half government-owned organization, we have the natural connections with all these public sectors. For example, for R&D part, Astrid and NAMI are two very big R&D institutions just directly under Hong Kong government. So there are more than hundreds of engineers or scientists working in this institution, and both of them are just locating in Hong Kong Science Park. So we would connect the entrepreneurs to do the R&D and also the commercialization projects closely with these two institutions. And for regulator, we also have the connection with the like monetary authority. For example, some like FinTech company, they need to apply some license here. We can also track the progress and help to accelerate the process. And then for and then Invest Hong Kong, TDC, and even the like Oasis, we are also working very closely to promote Hong Kong. So actually, we keep receiving the referral from Invest Hong Kong, Oasis, such kind of Hong Kong government organizations. And this is showing the talent admission criteria let's go through it very quickly. So the first one is more than half of them of the landing staff needs to be the R&D professional. 3 years R&D plan need to be provided, and the organization chart need to be provided. And then the second, the 3 years tenancy contract will be signed. So because they need to pay the rental, so estimated cash flow for the next 3 years need to be provided. And no matter how you join in our ecosystem, a Hong Kong entity is a must. You need to register a Hong Kong entity first. Yeah. And then this is the rate card. I may say this rate card will be totally the same no matter how you join in us, no matter the program or the tenant. If you join in us in the programs, then our subsidy can already cover the majority of the rental, I may say. However, if you join in us as a tenant, then the company needs to pay for this rental. So it's a range, 23 to 25 Hong Kong dollar per square feet per month, and then plus the management fee, 77.6 Hong Kong dollar per square feet per month. And then for the second type of lab, which you can occupy space and then tailor-make your own lab. You can design and tailor-make all kinds of conditions there. It's another rate card here. So the admission process would be my team, the business development team, we are taking charge of the first two steps. So we will do the introduction call with the entrepreneur or the management team of the company. And then they may need to submit some documents, company deck or application form. And then we will pass this case to next department to meet your account manager in the coming 3 years, and then we'll do the due diligence and then final interview, etc. And then the whole process will take around 2 months. Yeah. Last but not least, it's the program overview showing all the details from ideation, incubation, acceleration, and elite. And this column is purely designed for IncuBio. So for biotech, we have a very professional team specifically taking charge of IncuBio for the biotech-related industry. So IncuBio's criteria, I may say, is quite different from the non-biotech one. So you can see the subsidy is up to 4 million, and also the program duration is longer. It's 4 years rather than 3 years. So all the details. So when we do the interview or do the chit-chatting with the entrepreneurs, based on their stage. So for example, like the funding stage, we can see which program actually is the best fit for them. So that would be my responsibility to guide them. So actually, based on your situation, which stage will be the best fit for you and can leverage the most benefit for you. So yeah, so basically this is my slide. So if in case any questions, feel free to let me know. This is Connie from Hong Kong Science Park Business Development Team. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Connie. Well, and that all with a cold. You were sounding.
I'm so sorry. Keep coughing.
Terrible at lunchtime still, but this was brilliant. Thank you. You're a warrior.
Thank you.
So there a few questions. I think you covered basically everything, but maybe there are a few questions just to highlight a few things. And clearly, like from my background, meeting you Hong Kong FinTech Week, there's Invest Hong Kong, FinTech Hong Kong with King, who's also pretty well known. How does the cooperation work between the two entities?
Sorry, again, Hong Kong Science Park and yeah.
And Hong Kong Science Park and Invest Hong Kong.
Okay. So actually, I may say Invest Hong Kong is the you can consider that their staff is the the government officers. So they are directly working for Hong Kong government. However, we are the half government organization, so we are not government officer. We are a corporation. We are under corporation. However, we keep receiving the referral cases from Invest Hong Kong because I think our targets are quite similar. We trying to attract the ventures to land in Hong Kong, to invest in Hong Kong. So, but at the end of the day, when the entrepreneurs, they need to find a place to land in physically, then I think Hong Kong Science Park would be their first choice. So every single day, we just keep very frequent communication, and they just keep recommend us so many good companies, the tech ventures. So yeah, I hope I answer your question.
Yeah, you're basically working towards the same goal. It's just the question.
Yes, definitely.
Who's taking the lead at any point, right? I think one of the differentiators of the program when I heard this for the first time was really the account manager role, because government sponsorship exists in many markets. Often it's like a bit of visa support and here's your office and now get going. But the account manager who's incentivized and measured their success by the success of the startups that they're supporting feels quite unique for me. And
yes.
I mean, of course, you have the companies across all the different stages, but how many companies does one typically support as an account manager?
Yes, good question. But actually, there's no fixed answer but I may say, ratio-wise, definitely we have the biggest. How can I say? Because you can see we got 1,700 companies in total, right, currently, and keep increasing. Our colleagues, ourselves, we got 600 people to serve this 1,700 companies. I think this ratio is abnormal, and comparing with other accelerator, I think this figure is just insane. So but I may say after the company they can pass the interview, then we would try to assign an account manager with that industry's expertise, so to help them better. So this and try to help them to leverage all kinds of resources here. So, and also because their performance or their KPIs directly linked to this company's performance. So usually this account manager will treat them as their babies, and then to help them to grow in the coming few years. Yeah, so I think this one is definitely one of the selling point or very big advantage comparing with like other accelerator or yeah.
And when you look across these 4 stages of ideation, incubation, acceleration, and then, well, elite is a bit out there, but what's an approximate distribution of the 1,700 companies that you're supporting?
Okay, good question. I may say the ideation, and because ideation program and incubation program are open to public, so basically the entrepreneurs or the company can feel free to go to our website to go apply. But of course, the first step, we will give our advices or suggestions which one will be the most fitable. However, for the acceleration and elite program, it will be a little bit different. So it's on invitation basis, which means they must get through us. They must talk with us first. And then after reading their company deck and to know a little bit more about their technology and also their plan in Hong Kong, then we may recommend them to acceleration team and elite team. And then the acceleration team and elite team also will see if everything's attractive, they think, and then we will have a three-party meeting and then to proceed to introduce a lot of like how to invest, how can you spend the money, and what kind of milestone you need to achieve, something like that. So I may say I don't have a concrete number to answer question. However, the majority of the company must be the early stage one, the incubation and ideation. However, we don't, as far as I know, we don't have the quota or the limitation on how many we can recruit for like acceleration and elite. Actually, as long as they can achieve the threshold, we are more than welcome to invest on them. Because actually, as Hong Kong Science Park, we are a non-profit organization. We have our own P&L still. Our revenue source, we only have 2. So one is the office rental, and the second is the investment on the later stage acceleration and elite companies. So we want to invest on the promising one, and then when they go as to help them to go IPO, we have this very strong incentive to help them. So after they go IPO and asset, then we will have another portion of the revenue, and then with this revenue we reinvest into the early stage one, the ideation and incubation, totally for free. So this is how it works. So but I can't give you a concrete ratio, but definitely the early stage ones, the number would be bigger.
That helps. And so that also, because like most of the presentation what we talk about is obviously focused on the startup support, but you also have the slide with the investors. And so for the investors, you're looking more for the early stage investors and also to be put in touch. Not exclusively, but it should like somehow mirror a bit the stage of the companies that are in the program. No?
I may say the different investors differ. So they may have different appetite because when I chit-chat, for example, when I go to the event and chit-chat with the investors, I may say different investors, they really have different opinions and preference. Some of them definitely are the like angel fund, they're really looking into the relatively early stage one, but some of them actually not. So, and also because of our pool is diverse enough, our number is big enough, I think more than 1,000. So I may say no matter the early stage or the middle stage or even pre-IPOs, the later stage, then we do have the different investor networks can support. Yeah.
So if your investor fund that's active in Asia and you haven't heard of HKSTP yet, then they should get in touch as well.
Yes, please. We welcome. Actually, we got so many excellent companies to land in just because of the referral by this VC or PE. So yeah, I'm happy to chit chat with your portfolio company if there's any audience are coming from the investment industry. Yeah.
And then I was thinking about like from an employee perspective, not the founder, but like if I decide I want to work for a startup, there's always some career risk associated with it. But if I consider the whole ecosystem of 1700 and I'm a research professional in a hot area, if I have bad luck and my company doesn't make it and falls, there is still like 1699
Yeah,
other
that's true. That's true. Yes, yes, definitely. And
soft landing, basically.
Yes, yes, and also I think currently Hong Kong government and Hong Kong this place are super friendly to this R&D guy, R&D professional. So the demand here is just huge. You know what? Every single time when I chat with the entrepreneur, they always ask me the question, Connie, can you, because they have no experience in working in Hong Kong, quite some of them. So they just ask me like, hey, Hong Kong, Connie, can you help me to recruit some good people, maybe in AI or maybe in biotech or something like that. So I may say, yeah, the talent can definitely find opportunities here. Yeah, the demand is huge.
Like for my industry, I can only talk about the finance fintech side. There's certainly quite a few AI-based startups in that space coming from Hong Kong and also trying to crack the Japanese market now. So there's some good talent there, I think.
I see. Okay. Yeah, we got, I think, more than 200 AI-related companies in our 1,700 pool and keep increasing as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and so last one is just also to reiterate that the grant program that you provide is not exclusive, as you have extensively shown, but the account manager and the capital team, they're able to connect with all other programs. Because for somebody who's coming new to a country and says, like, we're opening an office there, the difficulty is always first to understand what are all the support programs that are out there. And that navigation is very valuable as well.
Yes, totally agree. And all the funding, actually, you can apply at in parallel, I may say. But of course, you need to get the offer. You need to get, how can I say, become a member of us. And then you can enjoy everything for free. And our subsidy, our funding is not exclusive. So you can just simply apply for the Hong Kong government's funding and also getting the investors' money at the same time. So yeah, totally.
Cool. Super. I think we covered it all. And so for everybody, I think we're trying to like plug the screen with the contact details. So you've seen the QR codes in Connie's presentation. Her email address is prominently displayed here. So if your startup, scale up, or an investor wants to get in touch with Connie, you have the details, and otherwise ping me and I'll connect you as well. So thank you very much, Connie. That was brilliant. Really enjoyed this.
Thank you so much, Norbert.
Exciting ecosystem. So many interesting companies in there.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching and your patience today. Yeah. So yeah, Norbert, thank you so much for this chance, and let's stay in touch. Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.